Wear purple today, you guys. If you're wearing something else, go change into a purple shirt because that's the color of lupus. Hi Cupcakes, it's Melanie and it's May, which happens to be Lupus Awareness Month. And today is lupus, what is today? Today is Saturday, May 10th, which happens to be World Lupus Day. And I have a special guest, and his name is Magic Johnson. No relation to the basketball player, but he has expressed interest in what he wants to ask a couple questions. So take it away, Magic. Ask me what you want.
Hi, it's Magic. Yeah, so thanks for letting me talk. I just wanted to ask a couple questions. First, what is lupus?
What is lupus? Lupus is an autoimmune disease that don't tap Magic. If you're gonna ask me questions, you can't tap. You can't tap the camera stand. Okay. So lupus is an autoimmune disease where your body thinks that there's something like a cold, bacteria, other things in your body. So it's gonna create antibodies to fight off that bacteria slash cold slash whatever it thinks it is. It is basically attacking your own body. Your body is attacking itself.
Are there different types of lupus?
There are more than one types of lupus. There's discoid lupus, there's cutaneous lupus, there's neonatal lupus, there's what's that other one? Okay, I don't know. If you want the whole list, I would recommend you go to lupus.org. They have a whole list. But the lupus that I have is systemic lupus erythematosus. I hope I said that right. I don't know. I'm gonna put the word right here. You can pronounce it. I don't know how to pronounce it. I also have been diagnosed with lupus nephritis, which is lupus of the kidneys. So basically, I have lupus attacking my kidneys because my kidneys apparently are bad. I don't understand.
How did you find out that you had lupus?
How did I find out I had lupus? I found out by, well, I think it started when I was in high school because I started getting tired and I got this butterfly rash. I'll put a picture of it right here. But I got this butterfly rash, I started getting tired, sick all the time, couldn't get well. And those are symptoms of lupus. It is a hard disease to diagnose. I got sick for about a year when I was younger. Like a full year. Like I could not get over the flu or whatever it was. And that's when I think that the lupus started. It's not in my family. The lupus, are you sleeping? I bored him to sleep. But the lupus that I have, in my family, nobody has lupus. Well, in my close family, nobody has lupus. I don't know about my distant family. So right now, it's usually hereditary. But I don't know anybody in my family who has it. So mine's like a standalone case in my family. And there are people playing music. So, yeah. I found out I had lupus in December of 2006. I was just having issues going to the bathroom. Well, not issues. Like, everybody goes to the bathroom more than twice a day. And that's what I was doing. I was just going pee twice a day. And then finally, I decided I needed to go see a doctor because my pants were swollen and I kept going up a pant size like every other week. And by the time I went to the doctor, actually I had to go to the ER. I went to the ER and we were waiting there, and by the time they called me back, I was afraid that I was gonna have to get cut out of my pants because that's how much water I was retaining within like just a couple of hours. So they immediately thought something was wrong with my kidneys. So we had to get a biopsy, which had to be done that Monday because I went in on a Friday. So basically I got to stay in the hospital They did a biopsy, and the doctor came back and was like, you have signs of lupus and signs of lupus in your kidneys. I can remember everyone in the room was crying, and I had no clue what the heck they were crying for. I was like, what is wrong with you guys? Like, it's gonna be okay. Of course, I had no clue what lupus was. The only thing I knew about lupus was, don't laugh at me, because I'm a big Backstreet Boy fan. The only thing I knew was that Howie from the Backstreet Boys, his sister, had lupus. And that's the only thing I knew. I didn't know anything. I can tell you that I thought lupus was that Lyme disease that you get from deer ticks. Yeah, see, that's how educated some people can get with misinformation. But as I said, it was hard to diagnose, but it was super quick for me because I had let the symptoms go on for as long as they did until I was like, okay, something's really bad. So yeah.
Why is lupus so hard to diagnose?
Lupus is such a hard disease to diagnose because it is a mimic disease. It mimics everything that it can think of. Like, you think you have the flu, you think you're just tired, you think you have MS. Sometimes it could be lupus, and there are certain symptoms that I would definitely recommend, if you haven't already, to get screened for lupus if you have the symptoms. And there are symptoms like fatigue, joint pain, butterfly rash. This is the most common symptom. I have it. It gets bad sometimes. And okay, Magic is I basically bored my cat to sleep. That's nice. But the butterfly rash is one of the most common symptoms that you can get, and it's just basically a rash on your face. It gets worse with worse days. Lupus never goes away. It's always there. You can go into remission. You could have flares even when you're in remission, which are basically all your symptoms coming back to haunt you. I have really bad flares from time to time, where, like, if I know I have limited energy, and I know that if I overdo it one day, I'm gonna be bit in the butt. I'm gonna be bit. What's going on? What's going on? Okay, Magic, being the cat he is, got distracted. But anyway, so I know it's gonna bite me in the butt if I overdo it. So I tend to try not to. Can't overdo it. If you want to learn what it actually feels like to have lupus, I'm going to refer you to the link below called the spoon theory. This wonderful lady who has lupus was explaining to her friend what it feels like to have lupus, and what you have to pick and choose. You have to pick and choose what you're going to do. Like, if I can't explain it as well as she can, so I definitely recommend to read that. If you do nothing else with this video, read that, because it actually helps explain.
Is lupus contagious?
Lupus, as I said, is a mimic disease. It mimics a lot of stuff. It is not contagious. I always joke around because I'm just that way, that if you're going to drink after me, if you're going to eat after me, like if I joke around and I lick something, I know you've seen it in in my videos before, that I've licked something and gave it to my sister, or, you know, I've eaten it and gave it to her, and I said, ooh, you got the lupus cooties. No, you don't get cooties. Well, you might have cooties. I don't know. I don't know if you have cooties. Do you have cooties? But sorry, I'm itchy. It's not contagious. You can't get it through, like, saliva or anything. It is hereditary, or in my case, random, as I want to say, isotope. I don't know what that word is, but it's random in my case. But it's not contagious. Like, you're not gonna get it if I just sat next to you, if I sneezed on you. You might get the cold that I have if I'm sneezing on you, but I'm not gonna give you lupus.
Is lupus like cancer?
Lupus is not like cancer. Like, I've had chemo because my lupus has gotten bad. You know, it's not like cancer. That's all I can say. It's like cancer, but not, you know. But there are similar treatments to treat lupus and cancer. Like if it gets bad, like my lupus is a 4 out of 5 stage. 5 is the worst kind of lupus you can have. You don't want it. 4 is like it's getting up there. It's like you might want to help. You might want to do something. 1 through 3 are okay. My stage 4 lupus is a high stage 4, so I've actually gone into kidney failure because of it, and because of that I've had to get chemo. I've had the pill form, the oral form, which my body has started rejecting after a while because I don't know, it doesn't like pills. I don't like to take pills. I have to take pills, but it was started rejecting it. My legs started swelling really bad again, so I had to go to the doctor, and he told me to go to the hospital. I'm going into acute kidney failure, which, by the way, is super scary. If I've been in the hospital more times than I want to, and I've been close to getting to the point where I'm almost dying because of my lupus, and it's scary. I'm not gonna lie, it is pretty scary. I've had chemo. I've lost all my hair. Well, not all my hair. I've lost a lot of it to the point where you knew I was on chemo. And the ones that stay behind were like dead, completely damaged. I was called like a steely wool mammoth, you know, like steel wool for the like scrubbing the pots. I was called that, but you know, that was just joking. I knew it was just joking. It's not like anything mean. Yeah, so luckily, it got to the point where we can control it with medicine, with actual pills. Like I'm not on chemo anymore. And my hair is growing back. Yeah. So, next question.
Has your life changed?
How has my life changed? Well, first of all, it's changed by when I first was diagnosed. I didn't think I was going to have this problem, but I've lost a lot of like friends or people I thought were friends. I've lost a lot of good friends that I thought, just because they didn't understand that it was just, you know, something that was going to happen, that I even though I looked fine, I couldn't, you know, do stuff because inside my body was like a war zone. Inside my body was a war zone between my white blood cells and my kidneys. So it was just ravaging everything. And even though I looked fine, I couldn't do anything. I lost my job because I couldn't work because I was so tired. So, and I wasn't on disability, you know. I couldn't apply for disability because I went to a psychologist. Because when I was applying for disability, I had a huge migraine, like, migraine. I couldn't see, I couldn't drive, I couldn't do anything. And I had to go fill out forms to see if I can get just enough to help me out with bills and everything. And this migraine was so bad when I was filling out these forms that I couldn't even remember how to spell my name. That's how bad it was. So they automatically sent me to see a therapist slash psychiatrist slash whatever they sent me to. And when I went to see this person, I was on a good day. I was like happy. I was like energetic and all that. And he tells the people that I should get denied because I can still work. But he didn't see me on a bad day. That was a rare good day at that time for me. It was rare that I had good days, and of course, it falls on the day where I need to like talk to this guy. Anyway, so yeah, it's changed for me. I can't work for at least like until my doctor tells me I can work. We're trying to get my lupus under control. I don't have to have chemo. We have it. It's not getting any better. It's not getting any worse. It's plateaued. So he wants to keep an eye out on me, and that's why I just decided to do. I watched a lot of YouTube people. Thanks, Magic, for get your butt out of the camera. I'm trying to talk to you. You get your butt out of the camera. But anyway, yeah. I began watching a lot of YouTubers, and I figured, why not? Let's just try it and see what happens. And I actually like it a lot. It's a lot of fun and all that. So yeah.
Anything you want to say to those people?
And to all the people that have stuck with me through this thing, I would like to say thank you, because I know it's not easy to watch someone that you love or even that you know go through this stuff. I know it's scary for you, because there are points where, like, there were points that I might have died. Like, when I got chemo, my blood count was so low that if someone breathed on me and they had a bacteria, I could have easily caught it, and I wouldn't have any, like, thing to fight it off. Yeah, so I know it could be scary, but I just would like to say thank you, and I love you guys, and all that jazz. So yeah.
How do I find out if I have lupus?
If you feel like you need to get tested, if you feel like you look at all the symptoms, there's a checklist as well. I'll link that down below, but there's a checklist. If you feel like you need to check these off and you feel like you might have lupus, ask your doctor about it. That's the only place that you can do. But don't expect results right away, because it's very hard to diagnose the lupus. As I said, it's very, very hard. The only way that I was diagnosed so fast is because I'm pretty sure I ignored all the warning signs with the getting sick when I was younger and all that. I'm pretty sure it got to the point where it was at the level where, like, you see something, oh well, there it is, because it's at that bad level, you know. And it was just diagnosed fast because I'm pretty sure I just I ignored all the symptoms I had. I ignored every, like, warning sign I had and all that.
Are there any support groups for lupus? And how did you deal with your lupus in the beginning?
If you have lupus, there is support out there for you. I found support through my friends and my family, and when they weren't around, I would pull it from my cat, Sebastian, and I need something to drink. My throat is really dry. Sebastian is just the cat that would just sit there and love me and cuddle on me and basically get me through the hard times. And he died 2 years ago, and it's still a little, I still get a little emotional when I think about him. But he has a twin, or a duplicate, in Magic, which I think it was fate when I saw this little kitten in my driveway, and then like 5 hours later when I came home from doing an errand, he was right up against my car door, and he looked just like Sebastian.
If you liked my interview skills, let me know. Hit the thumbs up button. My crazy cat lady of an owner will tell me. If you're not a member of the Cupcakes, hit the red button or whatever color button she's going to do. I don't know. I'm colorblind. Look at my paw. Look at it. Look at it. Okay. If you're not a member, get yourself some frosting. And she will see you guys next week. All right. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. I'll see you later. Bye.